Three, two, one. Hello, this is our podcast project for economics. I'm going to be doing this with Kalel and Cypress. Sorry if we're going to be laughing a lot during this project. We already restarted a couple times, and sorry if we stutter. Anyways, let's get started. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Global Talk Economics Unpacked. I'm Christian.
Hello.
And I'm Cypress. Today we're diving into the world of tariffs. What they are, how they work, and why they stir up so much debate.
Right, so let's kick off with the basics. Kalel, what's a tariff?
A tariff is basically a tax that a government places on goods coming into a country. It makes those imported products more expensive compared to local ones.
And those ideas is to protect domestic industries, right? So if a foreign made steel is cheap, a tariff would increase its price, giving local steelmakers a better shot at competing.
Exactly. But tariffs can also raise prices for consumers. If you're paying more for foreign goods and local ones are still expensive, you're stuck with higher costs either way.
Here's a real world example. Remember the US China trade war a few years ago? The US slapped tariffs on Chinese electronics, and in response, China put tariffs on US agricultural goods. It hit farmers and consumers on both sides.
Yeah, it's not just about economics. Tariffs can be political tools to use in negotiations or to send a message.
So, let's break down the types of tariffs. There are two main ones specific tariffs, which is a fixed feed per unit, like $100 per ton of steel, and then ad valorem tariffs, which are percentage based, like 10% of the item's value.
And sometimes there are tariff rate quotas. That means a certain amount of goods can be imported at a lower tariff rate, and anything above that limit gets taxed higher.
But here's the debate. Do tariffs help or hurt the economy? Supporters say they protect jobs and national security. Critics say that lead to trade wars, higher prices, and inflation.
Inefficiency.
Insufficiency.
That's the $1 billion question. Some economists argue that while tariffs can help in the short term, they often lead to retaliation and market distortions in the long run.
And let's not forget developing countries. Tariffs can be used by them to grow new industries, but they can also be targeted by tariffs, hurting their exports.
So, what's the takeaway? Tariffs are powerful tools. They can protect, punish, or provoke, but they always come with trade offs.
And that's why they remain one of the most controversial topics in international economics.
Well, that's it for today's episode. If you liked this deep dive, don't forget to subscribe and leave us a review.
And if you have any questions or topics ideas, hit us up on social media or website.
Thanks for listening to Global Talk Economics Unpacked. Until next time. And we did it.
I was so expecting